You guys have asked, I'm gonna do it. Here's a walk around of my 1994 Toyota Corolla station wagon. For the outside, you've got the black housed JDM BZ touring wagon headlights. They're replicas. You can tell that by the yellowing of the corner lights. They all do it, and it sucks. I do have the BZ touring grille, FX GT front bumper, fender mirrors off a KP61 Starlet. Those are aftermarket as well. I've got the GT side skirts, the facelift BZ touring wagon rear wing, the Euro spec, Japanese spec fender markers. The wheels are 15 by 8 plus 25 inky Apache 2s with a 195/50/15 tire. The rear lip is a lip I had made a few years ago. It's not pretty. It works. It's kind of falling off in the back, but I'll fix it later. The roof rack is, just a roof rack. It's got a bike rack attachment, kayaks for my kayak. It does what I need it to do. I do restore old bicycles in my free time, so I do use it. I'm guessing that's that for the outside. Well, if you want to count hood spacers as exterior and not engine bay, then those are 6-speed 1-inch spacers. As for the inside, first thing that pretty much catches your eye is the floor mats, really. Those are Garage Moon Power floor mats, front and rear. The steering wheel is the Nardi Gara 4. I have the matching Nardi Evolution shift knob. The center console's OEM. I've just scraped all the epoxy off of it very carefully and sanded and stained the wood to match my steering wheel and my shift knob. These are some wicked old gauges from O'Reilly's Auto Parts. They are SunPro brand. I've had these for longer than I've owned this car. They don't even make those gauges anymore, but they still work. Poorly, but they work. The oil pressure's not hooked up to anything because I didn't feel like running it. It's a mechanical gauge, so you'd have to run an oil feed line through the firewall to the gauge, and it's a lot of work, and I really don't want oil pumped into the cabin, because in case that line breaks or something stupid, you're pumping oil straight into the car, and that would be awful. Got the multi-box. I've got this box, whatever this does, that came out of a Camry. I got my yen in case I need it. Nothing's in the other compartments. I do have the clean box. It's for right-hand drive cars, but I've cut it and adapted it to kind of make it work. Doesn't look great, but it's functional. The mirror is an auto-dimming mirror out of an LS400. I actually don't have it wired up right now because I'm going to swap it back out for one that is the same color as my interior. I have a Clean Ace air purifier. I have the large armrest. Those pedals have come out of like a 2005 Camry Sport. There's not really a whole lot of those out there. I'm not even sure what they were thinking when they made that car, because there's really nothing sporty about it. Just it kind of has a ground effects kit and these pedal covers. The instrument cluster is just carbon wrapped that I did probably 10 years ago. Back when vinyl wrap started coming out and becoming a thing. You see it's peeling in some places, like in the temp gauge. So I don't think I'm forgetting. Oh, the seats are out of a 93 LE, and they actually have you can change the seat height, which is cool. So you've got forward and backward like a normal seat, but you can also raise the seat up and down. So that's a pretty cool, rare option here in the States. I guess we'll move on to engine bay. If I can find my keys. I got so many keys, I'm like a janitor. One of these is a Land Cruiser Camry toolbox. Here it is, right here. If you're wondering why that AF gauge doesn't do anything, it does. We're just waiting for the AF sensors to heat up, or sensor, I should say. It's only got one, and it's actually an oxygen sensor. So it's a 3.5-inch stainless exhaust from the cat back. And yes, I do still have a cat. Nothing fancy under here. Just your plain Jane 7 AFE with some Vision power core spark plug wires, which are way overkill, but they look cool. TRD oil cap. Gates racing belts for all three of them. Ultra Racing 3-point strut bar. Some really cheap coilovers. They're max speeding rods, and you get what you pay for. They're like $100, and it's basically like having pipes welded in for struts. It's terrible, but that car handles well. No header, no intake, but that is going to change at some point, because I'm going to make a scoop to replace the headlamp, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I just think the scoops look cool, so I'm gonna make one of those. You can see how much I drive it. It's got leaves and all kinds of crap in here. Oh, those are Password JDM reservoir socks. Not really much happening here. Don't even have a header on it. So, that's that. That is my car. Right there. If there's something else you'd like to know, ask. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it.